You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Listen. I'm always excited to listen to the Bee Gees, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Their 70s disco era, it appears. I've yet to delve deeper into their 80s and 90s discography, and apparently this is a 60s song. We'll do a little bit of song research afterwards to get the specifics. But I can definitely tell the 70s dance, that era, and listen, I really loved gosh, I'm forgetting the name already. But the song that I reacted to that came out in the 90s, that was filmed in New York. I remember everything but the name. And Robin took over. Oh God, it's killing me. No. I'm not about to do this. What was the name of that song? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to it since, so that's probably why I'm blanking on it. But no, I am not about to sit here and not remember a song that I reacted to. What's the name of it? Where are you? Bee Gees. For Whom the Bells Toll. That's why I couldn't remember. It's such a different song title name. But yeah, I really enjoyed that song. But it's just something about the 70s, and I don't find it to be a coincidence that that's considered like their prime or their most successful era. That music it's such a feel good, like they could do no wrong in that disco 70s, in my honest opinion. But none of their music, of course, is bad. So I genuinely enjoy all of their songs. But the 70s, y'all know You Should Be Dancing. Listen, I played that like 3 times Christmas Day. I think I was cleaning up, getting ready for everything, and I was just, you should be dancing, yeah. I love that song, man. I love it. But again, this is Bee Gees, Massachusetts. This is a 60s release, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we'll do research afterwards. And I'm really excited to see it. It's been requested for a while, and I'm just now getting to it, so I apologize about that. But I'm ready to hear it. Let's go. That's Robin. That's not Barry. Is that Robin? That sound like Robin. Wow. Okay. 2, I've heard that bass line. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like it was sampled in like every day, just like I'll be missing you. Like that dun 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 dun. Maybe I'm completely off, but I feel like that guitar bass line sample is that. And then the orchestra, y'all know I'm a sucker for an orchestra. The way that orchestra built into the song, everything about this is catching me off guard. But Robin, I mean, again, they're brothers, so they kind of have a similar sound, but that definitely isn't Barry. I'm going to go with this is Robin. But again, we'll do song research afterwards.
And the lights all went down in Massachusetts the day I left her ride to San Francisco. Gotta do the things I wanna do. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. They brought me back to see my way with you. Talk about the life in Massachusetts. Speak about the people I have seen. And the
I'm so sorry. Yo, this picture, I'm going to assume that's Morris on the left, Robin in the middle, Barry on the right. Oh my goodness. They look so different. I said the same thing in the For Whom the Bells Tolls video. I guess I just got so accustomed to seeing their 70s look that, like, anytime I see them out of it, I'm like, so Barry had the David Ruffin Temptation cut. Morris and Robin have the Righteous Brothers style of, like, this is just insanity. This caught me so off guard. I'm sorry. I know this ain't got nothing to do with the song. And the song is beautiful. The song is incredible. I really love this orchestra. But that just caught me so off guard. I'm sorry. Wow. They look great. Okay. Gotcha.
all went down in Massachusetts. And Massachusetts is one place I have seen. I will remember Massachusetts.
That was smooth. That was smooth. That was a real smooth. This song, this is a driving through the neighborhood type of song in the 60s. I could tell. You know, a lot of their music is for the dance floor, it's for the club. But this is definitely, I've even categorized some of their songs as like drive-in movies. This is definitely a more drive through the neighborhood. It got a very feel good, reminiscent feel to it, i.e. the song he says, "I will never forget Massachusetts." So clearly, this song was about a special moment or a time or experience that he had in Massachusetts. But hold on, let's get to the song research. Man, I can't get over how long they were relevant and making music, and just, that's so abnormal to have a quote unquote, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, like a 40-year run. That's like impossible. That's not normal. I do remember that it said their biggest success was the 70s. They had a couple of hits here and there up to that point, but they didn't become the superstars that they ultimately became until Saturday Night Fever. But even still, having hit records, making money, and having a career in music for 40 years, that's just not normal. And the fact that they had hits in all of those decades is like, that's borderline impossible. But Okay, let's the Bee Gees had never actually been to Massachusetts when they recorded this. They just liked the sound of the name. Okay, so I'm completely wrong. Okay. Robin Gibb explained in the 1000 UK number one hits by John Cutner and Spencer Lay. We have never been there, but we love the word, and there is always something magic. I would assume he was saying magical about American place names. Wow. So they wrote a song about a place that they've never experienced. It was written by all three of them and released in 1967. Robin sang lead vocals, and it would become one of his staple songs to perform during both Bee Gees concerts and his solo appearances. Okay. The song became the first of the group's 5 number one hits in the UK singles charts, reached number one in 12 other countries, peaked at number 11 on Billboard Hot 100, and eventually sold over 5 million copies worldwide. I mean, yo, like, even that, again, I understand that they didn't become the superstars that they became until Saturday Night Fever. To make top 20, top 10, top 5 hits for 40 years, that is not normal. Like, a lot of artists have a run, you know, where it's like 5, maybe 5 to 10 years. You know, this is like an exceptional artist. You have a 5 to 10 year run, like that's so impressive. You know, it's not even like worth discussing, right? Like, you're a legend. 4 decades? That's like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like to me, that's why Michael Jackson is like insane, because you consider the fact that he's been doing it and he's been having number one hits since he was 5 or 6 years old. Michael Jackson stepped onto the scene with 4 number ones, right, as a child, and you would think, oh, that's probably his most successful. His prime is, quote unquote prime, is Thriller. And he was already in the industry for 20 plus years at that point. Like, that's insane. So when I hear the Bee Gees, I watch For Whom the Bells Tolls, and that was in the 90s. I hear this was in the 60s. It was a number 11 hit here in the US. You would think, like, that's just not normal. That's just not normal. That's why I love them, and I love... And this is the second song that isn't dominated by Barry. So out of curiosity, and I'm just going to ask y'all, I would usually do research on this, but I'll just ask y'all, was this a subconscious thing? Like, so who took lead on most of their vocals up until Saturday Night Fever? And then after Saturday Night Fever? It's clear Saturday Night Fever is dominated by Barry, at least as it pertains to lead vocals. But as we all know, all three of them can sing. And Robin seems to have done his fair share of lead vocals. So was it a song by song basis, or was it like, okay, for this album, for this project, Robin, you take lead. Morris, you take lead. Barry, you take lead. I'm very curious, because again, they all can sing and they all sound like magic together. But I don't know. It's like they do have a similar voice. Like, it took me a second to kind of differentiate. I was like, that's not quite Barry, but they sound so alike and sound so good. I'm like, okay, that's definitely is one of them, but it definitely wasn't Barry. So just out of curiosity, like how did they determine who would do lead vocals? Or again, was it a song by song basis? I'm really curious about that. But this was amazing. I love the orchestra feel to it. Even like the little triangle, like ting, that would come in every once in a while. Like I love how laid back it is, but you hear, and so much is like profound, from the music itself to the vocals. Everything stands out, but it's so laid back in a way. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I really, really did. Again, not quite 70s, but obviously this being the 60s, completely different time, completely different era. This definitely gave me a 60s. Like I could hear this, like if this was like played on the radio, I could tell Temptations' My Girl was probably played next, or like, you know what I mean? Like I can hear the 60s. You know, it's definitely the 60s. I just say that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really, really did. I'm so happy to be back on the BGs. I'm not going to lie. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. And yeah, man, until next time with the incomparable BGs. Peace.